What's up, everybody? You're watching the Idaho Rifleman. This is one of the first videos of the new year, and now that the holidays are over, I want to try to get back on track with a little bit more regular filming. So today I want to talk to you guys about some sprucing up that I did on my AR since the last video. I have added a lot of crap to this. It's made it incredibly heavy, but it's also really cool crap, so we're going to talk about it. Now let me start out by saying, just because I'm wearing this super comfortable Vortex flannel shirt and this really nice Vortex hat, and I'm talking about Vortex products, I don't want you guys to think I'm biased. I absolutely am not. Yeah, I bought the hat, I won the flannel, and I won this VMX-3T magnifier, but that's the only tie that I have to Vortex or any favoritism that I have. I'm going to be as honest and objective about all of this stuff as possible. So, starting out, the Vortex VMX-3 magnifier, it's a flip mount, so I can actually flip it out of the way or put it back in place. 3 times magnification. It pairs up very nicely with the Vortex Strikefire red dot. I also bought this red dot, paid for it myself. There's no favoritism there. I bought it because I was curious and I wanted to review it with you guys. But the magnifier pairs up perfectly with that red dot. Big thing I notice out the gate with the magnifier is the eye relief. I feel like I have to be really choked up on it to get a full picture and clear view through it, to a point where if I was on any other caliber, I'd be getting on to worried about scope bite. It does have some adjustment to focus and eye relief, but I feel like I have to be very close up on it to get the full picture and full clear view. Other than that, this magnifier has adjustments, so you can actually bring the dot into center. Once you zero your red dot, it's set. It does not affect it at all. You can put that dot anywhere inside the magnifier with these adjustment screws, and it does not change point of impact because it's based off of this. So I can flip this out of the way, be up, have my dot, or I can place it back, have instant 3 times magnification on it, and it does not change the zero at all of the red dot. Now, that's really all I've got to say about the magnifier. It's a really neat setup. I like that I can set it up and have it there or out of the way if I don't need to use it. So, pretty happy with it. Like I said, though, the eye relief is an issue for me. So let's talk about the red dot. This is the Vortex Strikefire 2 red dot. Right out the gate, the battery is mounted in this compartment right here, which I think is phenomenal. There's a lot of these that on the market that have batteries either underneath or somewhere where you have to remove the red dot to change the battery out. This is very quick and simple. It comes with the flip down caps, but just this easily you can throw a new battery in it, change it out, and you're right back to work without ever messing with the way the optic is mounted. It does have windage and elevation screws, pretty easy to adjust. You just remove these caps and adjust it as needed. Again, flip down cap comes in front as well. Controls for this are on the side of the optic. Up arrow, down arrow. If you hold the down arrow, it changes from red to green or green to red depending on how you got it set up. If you hold the up arrow, that powers it off. Pressing either one turns it on, and you can adjust the brightness with those. Comes with the offset cantilever mount, single grip panel right up front here, so it's only mounted in one spot and secured to the rail that way. Flip caps are on springs, so they come out of the way very easily. It's very quick and easy to get your picture with your dot. But again, being as honest and unbiased as I can with this, it definitely feels like you're looking through a tube. It's a fairly narrow sight picture that I get with this, even choking up even more on it. And there you can definitely see the space from the lens to the overall length of this tube. There's a lot of real estate in there, and you can definitely see it. But it's a good picture, and the Vortex glass has always been very clear. I've always been very happy with that on the scopes that I've had before. So I think for the money, it's a great option, and it's held zero very well so far for me. Like I said, pairing it with the magnifier makes it a lot clearer. Once you start looking through that, it really changes the way that it looks looking through that dot. You don't see that gap and that real estate inside the tube. So running them together side by side, I think it's a great setup, especially if you're looking to make shots. At least for me, in my eyes, 100 yards and beyond, I really see an improvement with it, and it really cleans it up a lot. Lastly, let's talk about the Sylvan Arms folding stock adapter that I put on this. It's a push button, breaks the stock out of the way for easy storage, and you can see it adds a little bit of width to the storage space, but it takes down the length by the length of your buffer tube and stock. It replaces the castle nut and then also adds some length to the distance between your receiver and your buffer tube. So it does come with an extension plug to go in the back of the bolt carrier group, so it can actually still reach the buffer tube easily. It's got a detent in this position, so it's a very light detent. You don't have to fight it, but it's enough that it keeps it locked out of the way and then very easily snaps back to the extended position, and you're right back to work. You cannot fire this in this position. It's stamped do not fire. It is not meant to be fired in this position, so this is solely just for storage, and I like it a lot. I think it's got a lot of function and purpose. It has quick disconnect slots, one on the side, one on the bottom. I replaced the one on the bottom with a D-ring for a clip on a single point sling, but I still have the option to throw a quick disconnect sling on here as well if I pick one of those up and end up running it. But overall, like I said, it adds all of this that I've added to this, adds a good bit of weight to the rifle, but it functions very well, and it adds actually a lot of function and purpose to this. I can run the red dot for close-up. I have the option and ability now to go to a little more distance without having to change optics, and now I have a way to store this and make it very compact. So I think now the only thing left is let's head over to the range and just put some rounds down range. Unbiased shooting in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so you can see zero effect at all on the reliability or cycling by adding this folding stock adapter. Bolt lock still occurs. It's very easy to keep this thing functioning. Now, you cannot break it with the bolt lock back, obviously makes sense, right? But You also cannot charge it while it is locked open like this. So, as far as takedown goes, we're going to skip showing you the takedown part because platforms and social media rules and all of the things. So, magic, it's taken apart. So you can see the extension here. You cannot break this down by just pulling the rear pin and tilt it forward like you can on the typical AR-15. You have to pull both pins and remove it that way. But again, I can't show that, so that's what it looks like. And this is how you would take it apart for cleaning. And magically it's back together in compliance with YouTube. Even though there's literally nothing about this that's, well, I won't get into it. Man, I really upset those turkeys. Holy cow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it interesting and informative. Like I said, I've made these upgrades to the rifle and I wanted to actually talk about them now. Once again, no favoritism or any bias at all towards Vortex. I happen to be able to pick some of this stuff up, again, on my own dime. Some of it I won, so I wanted to be able to just talk about it with you guys and show it to you. You saw my feedback, what I liked about it and what I don't like about it. So, as for the function of the rifle and everything else, you can see it didn't change the function of the rifle at all. None of this stuff that was added is at all otherwise meant to change the function of the rifle because it's accessories that you can put on. All of this is completely legal to purchase. Yes, I'm making a disclaimer for YouTube because they've really started cracking down on the rules here, and I just am trying to get information out to you guys and make it known and show you guys what's out there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, found it interesting and informative. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment down below. Make sure you are following the channel both here and on Rumble. I would greatly appreciate that. Make sure you're following Idaho Rifleman on Facebook and Instagram as well. As always, I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Take care, stay safe, and God bless. We'll see you next time here on Idaho Rifleman.